Hi, my name is Dr. Scott Young, and today I'm going to answer a question for you. Why won't you get the mark of the beast? Coming right up. Okay, so when you think about this question, why won't you get the mark of the beast? You're asking yourself, sometimes people are asking in the wrong way. See, the focus is on why won't I get the mark of the beast, or why will I get the mark of the beast? And I want to break it up in a little different way of asking these questions. Whose mark of the beast is it? It's Satan's and the Antichrist. We'll talk about them in just a minute. What's the purpose of the mark of the beast? Revelation 13 indicates that it's for the worship of Satan and the Antichrist. Now, we talk a lot about that in my whole video series, but I'm just trying to introduce you to this. How is it applied? Well, it's a permanent mark on your right hand or on your forehead. So you see people, there are people in Europe that would put it on their left hand as a security marker, some secure locations. Don't worry about that too much, okay? It's not in your credit card. It'll be something that will come out for his purposes, for the Antichrist purpose. He's not going to release something that it's his little thing, okay? Now, why is it applied is a really important point. So there's two levels, or there's a few levels to this, okay? The first level is that it's not for no one can sell anything without it. So all of the sellers, that means all of the businesses, cannot sell anything without having the markability. The secondary part is the consumer, the end consumer, or the buying of it. So buying and selling can't occur without the mark. Now, that does not happen today. And it's not gonna, don't worry about that too much, okay? Now, the secondary focus though, see, the buying selling is always the focus that people talk about. I just want you to understand the focus really should be about this part. It's about the loyalty that comes in through Satan. So Satan and the Antichrist is going to set this up. Not just that I could accidentally get it. Oh, I didn't even need to get that. The point is that you're going to, if you got it, which you're not going to, okay, because you're the believer, and we'll talk about who you are in a minute. But you're not going to get it because you wouldn't be loyal to the Satan or the Antichrist. There's a worship component on top of that. So you're talking about loyalty, worship to the world-based system. You see, the world-based system has to come about in this future time frame. We'll explain that in just a second. This isn't like American government, the Afghanistan government, the Russian government. It's none of those. It's all. Now, some people call it a 10-nation confederacy. They want to say European Union. It could be any of those, but it could be a group of 10 global areas. We don't exactly know what they are. The Bible calls them 10 kingdoms. Don't focus on that. That's the wrong level of focus. God's already got it taken care of. Because we ask this question of, there also comes out, there's this severe deception. I want you to think about this from the Greek standpoint that the New Testament is written within. When I say severe deception, that's a hyperbole, okay? Now, Greek doesn't use hyperbole without a very strong reason for that. Today's generations, all of them, we're all in that same point. They use things like worst day ever. And it was the horrible or best day ever, and we use this hyperbole way too much. The Bible we know that there are deceptions going on all around us, But I want you to think about it in a slightly different way. When the severe deception comes during the tribulation, it will be off the chart. It'll be something we could never imagine to that direct and deep amount. It's far beyond your imagination. As I get into the tribulation, every time I teach on it, which I've done it many, many times over 36 years, as I get deeper into it, it's far beyond your understanding and my understanding of what actually will be accomplished in that time frame. That severe means so deep that we can't imagine it. So again, don't worry about that, because guess who you are? You're the bride of Christ. Inside of you is the Holy Spirit. Now, 2 Thessalonians 2:2-10 indicates that you and the Holy Spirit have to be out of the way. Now, what does that mean? So, just the Holy Spirit gone and you're still here? Well, those two have to be out of the way so that the man of lawlessness can be revealed. And you ask yourself a little question. Just do this for yourself. Why do you have to be out of the way? I have a friend named Fran. Fran has been studying in my latest series on hope in the last days. And Fran admits she is a very strong believer, knows the word better than most people do. And if Fran, with her limited knowledge, and she's learning so much more, but on end time issues, if she saw the Antichrist, she's going to scream at the top of her lungs. If there are as many as 300 to 700 million Christians in the world, pick your number, I don't care what statistic you want to pull that from. But if there's a huge number of people, don't you think that's going to delay that person from coming in? The answer is yes. You have that ability to affect elections. You have that ability to push things back. That's a huge voice. I'm going to leave you with this little point. I remember I was the only believer in this one New Testament class. And it's from a non-Christian university I was going to. And it was studies of the New Testament. And there was this book by D.H. Lawrence. It was The Man Who Died. And in that book, the very first day I just asked the Lord, would you please let me talk about this? And he said, no, shut up, Scott. One of the many times he said, shut up to me. Okay. And I was mad after that class. And the next class, he said, go ahead and talk. As soon as I started talking, people were quiet. These were not believers in the class. Even the professor was just stunned to silence. Because when you speak the truth, it messes up the landscape. It tills the ground and makes it work for planting of the seed. See, you have the seed within you as the bride of Christ. Don't worry about things that you can't affect. The mark of the beast is coming. Don't act like you can fix it. And just calm down. Just calm down and know that Jesus is coming back for you. And he's looking to marry his bride. Thank you so much.